It's now time to take a look at news stories making headlines around the globe. The Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission is initiating a 114% upward review of the basic salaries of public office holders, including the President, Vice President, governors, and other elected political officers, pending presidential approval. But this basic salary review has led to heated debates from a section of the public who feel that the remuneration package for political office holders is unfair and insensitive in the face of the current economic reality.
With the nation still at a gripping point after the withdrawal of the fuel subsidy, analysts say the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission's approved review of political office holders' annual basic salary by 114% completely defies the overriding need to reduce the cost of governance. The RMAFC is saddled with the responsibility of determining the remuneration that's appropriate for political office holders, including the President, Vice President, governors, deputy governors, ministers, commissioners, special advisors, legislators, and the holders of the offices as mentioned in Section 84 and 124 of this Constitution. On the flip side, some have argued that the review of the political office holders' remuneration is long overdue, with the last implementation done in 2008. But this proposal seems somewhat disturbing for the optics, as some argue that the take-home allowances and perks of the political office holders is too outrageous compared to the national minimum wage. Meanwhile, controversies have been trailing the announcement of the review of the public office holders' remuneration. Arise News got in touch with the chairman RMAFC, Mr. Sheil Mohammed, who explained that the commission is only reviewing the annual basic salary, which was last reviewed 15 years ago.
I don't think the National Assembly and senators earn an outrageous amount of money. I've said this publicly. The salary of a senator or member of House of Reps is about, senator is about $1 million. $1 million
Are
a
you talking
little
about
bit.
the basic salary or the total package?
Basic salary and allowances. However, there is what they call operating funds, for running the office. If you are elected senator representing Lagos West, for instance, you have to have a constituency office, I don't know how many, in computers and others, and depending upon the size of your constituency. Now, in other societies, that has nothing to do with the senator. There is already a structure whereby the system takes care of all those things and provided is still cost of governance. But here, from what I understand the National Assembly did, they monetize this and they give the senator that amount of money, and at the end of the year, I think he retires it by bringing receipts and other things. So Nigerians can advocate for take your basic salary and take your allowances, but leave the issue of constituency offices, workers in the constituency offices, equipments and others, leave it to the structure of the system.
For others, they feel it's time the federal government adopted the Steve Oronsoy's report on the need to merge some agencies like the National Wages and Salary Commission and the RMAFC that have duplicate functions just like many other agencies of government. While the Bola Tinubu-led federal government has promised to look into the review of the national minimum wage, it seems a desperate situation for public servants who appears to be on the receiving end of the bargain, especially with the current economic realities. Benga Ashiru, Arise News.
Well, Rufai, just before I come to you for a comment, good morning, Doctor. Always good to see you, even if it's just one day. But Rufai, go on, please.
You see, if we want to build a country, we build it with understanding of the challenges on ground. We build it for respect for people. We build it for the capacity to understand the times. The Holy Book talks about the sons of Issachar. And it says the sons of Issachar understood the times. This measure by the revenue mobilization It's a lack of understanding of the times. You should go and learn from the sons of Issachar that understood the times. We know there are laws on ground. Don't get me wrong as regards review of this. We know there are laws on ground. We know it's been 17 years since they did this. We know you are supposed to review it. But with the hardship, you see, I'm not sure that government truly understands the hardship Nigerians are facing at this point in time. Do you know how many people have lost jobs? Maybe when we take our investigative cameras on the road and you start to see the blow-by-blow accounts on the economy of all these decisions taken thus far, we'll be able to have a feel of what is going on. Because this danger of a single story, that all these decisions have favored the rich. Oh, we've removed subsidy, yes. It's subsidizing the rich, which we know. But we forget the people, the poor people that are left behind. I'm not sure they understand it. And that's why you're getting the reactions you're getting. Not at this time. I have always argued that people that go into government should go there to serve. And if they're not going there to serve, then what are they going there to do? To exploit the people? Let's be realistic. I understand all the arguments of revenue mobilization. Please don't get me wrong. I understand there's a need for periodic review. But at this time, where the country is at an all-time low, there's so much poverty in the land, desperate time call for desperate measures. Anyway, I also know it's a recommendation. Yes. Because there was a recommendation put forward that is not been approved yet. But please, Mr. President, if you don't want to lose your goodwill, don't even touch it. Don't even listen to it in the first place. I beg.
Okay, let's look at the